Jezdci opět řadí za ten startovní žebřík.
No a pomaličku nám tam také přijede Martin Michek.
Welcome back to Loket for the Casino Bomber Grand Prix of the Czech Republic.
Tak, krajní pozici Christoph Purcell a hned vedle něj Xavier Bock, to jsou
The MX1 riders already down on the line, taking their positions for their second race of the afternoon here at the Casino Bomber Grand Prix of the Czech Republic here at Loket. Round 12 of the FIM MX1 Motocross World Championship. My name is Paul Malin. You join us live, as always, here on a Sunday afternoon as Tony Cairoli, who was fastest in qualifying yesterday. He won the qualifying heat. He was the winner in Moto number 1. He's going after what would be another historic milestone in his career. He's going after Grand Prix victory number 50. And if that's the case, if he wins it here today, he will tie Joël Robert, the great Belgian, 6-time world champion. All of those coming in 250 World Championship. And he will go third in the all-time win list. Just Joel Smets and Stefan Everts will go ahead of him, or remain ahead of him. Smets on 57, Stefan Everts on 101. But he's got 45 minutes in which to... 45 minutes that lie ahead of him at this stage because the gate yet to drop. We just saw Max Nagel there, number 12, the Red Bull Factory KTM rider. Had a great ride in Moto number 1, his first race back from injury, to finish in third, just behind Cairoli and Christoph Purcell. The Monster Energy 15-second board goes up. The MX1 riders getting ready to do battle here again around this very tough, rugged circuit here in the Czech Republic, just above the town of Loket, about 2 hours west of Prague, the capital. The heads go down. Christoph Purcell up the inside. Whoa, Podolek tried to go a bit earlier. Was it Subaru? I think it was, actually. And Max Nagel pulls a hole shot on the Red Bull KTM. He runs a little bit too wide, though, but does he hold on? Yes, he does. A little bit of water gone down on the circuit in that brief 15 minutes or so since MX2 race 2. Sean Simpson, the second of our onboard cameras, getting buried there as he battles with Evgeny Bobryshev and everybody else, but it's Max Nagel who's being urged on by the massive crowd here. Is the German border just to the east, not too far away, maybe less than an hour away, something like that, but it's Max Nagel who's away leading this second MX1 race. Clement Sal in second place on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1 machine. Tell you what, you don't want to be too far down in the pack here with conditions as slippery as they are at the moment. But these guys are the guinea pigs. They would have had a sighting lap. Christoph Purcell in third. Tony Cairoli 222 in fourth. The 999 of Rui Gonçalves down in fifth place. Max Nagel, he was on our MX Live TV show just after the first race along with Christoph Purcell. But Max Nagel had this calm aura about him. Simpson's already gone down. That's the left-hander just behind pit lane. Off-cambered through there. I'm guessing maybe the back end just come round on him, but he's right the way back down behind Martin Michek, so well outside the top 20 at the moment. As our leaders disappear over the Casino Bomber League in the middle of the circuit, working their way back into view of the spectators. A great venue to watch here if you've never been here before, because if you're on that uphill, right, here's Sean Simpson. Goes in, front end or back end? Ooh. Back end, did he get tagged there as well? Maybe. Somebody else down in that top corner. Difficult to see from that angle, but there's Tony Cairoli in orange on that Red Bull KTM. Got Tanel Leot, Rui Gonçalves behind him. And number 30, Gregory Aranda. So Aranda's had a good start on the Team 2B Racing Yamaha. Monosal at the end of the straight, though, dropping down towards the finish ahead of Christoph Purcell in third. But Max Nagel, be interesting to see what his lead is at the head of the field. Tony Cairoli just looking a little bit tentative at the moment. Slippery conditions, doesn't want to take too many risks. He knows, experience has told him that you can't win it in the first couple of laps, but you can certainly throw it away. But Max Nagel, 152.2, it's early days yet. He's the fastest man on track in what are pretty slippery conditions with the fresh amount of water going down. But look at that, Tanel Leot up the inside of the 999, Rui Gonçalves. just defending that line. Nagel, though, 2 seconds clear of Clement de Sal. The green Kawasaki at the top of the hill there, just disappearing out of shot. The 377 of Christophe Pourcel. He's in 3rd place. The orange 222 here, Tony Cairoli in 4th. The yellow Suzuki number 4, Tanel Leoc is 5th. The red Honda 999 on the right-hand side of the shot, coming over the jump now. Rui Gonçalves, he's in 6th position of Portugal. The Honda World Motocross rider. Oh, neatly done there as well. Came out of the turn early, found his way, got good drive, and moves ahead of Tanel Leoc, goes into 5th position. Gregory Aranda just behind them, number 30 in 6th place. Xavier Bourg 7, Ken de Dijker is 8th. 9th is Bobryshev is 10th. Then we have Subaru, Sebastian Pourcel, Kevin Strybos. Bad reaction there from Sean Simpson. Wasn't quite ready for the drop there. So straight away he was already on the back foot, but able to capitalise. Who's that just ahead of him? 268 or 262 was that? 268, Bent Svoboda, Hungarian rider. Max Nagel having a dream return to Grand Prix competition this weekend. The 3rd in Moto number 1, a whole shot, and the current lead in the 2nd race as everybody else gets bunched up behind him. Tony Cairoli, though, back on the case, back on the pace. All over the back of the 377, Christophe Pourcel, but it's Clement de Sal who sets the fastest lap of the race, 151.244, so only 300ths quicker than Max Nagel, our race leader, who still has 2.1 seconds over the Suzuki rider. This is a battle for 3rd place, though. The green Kawasaki of Christophe Pourcel and the 222, the orange KTM, Tony Cairoli. Gonçalves just coming into view there at the bottom of the shot. He's in 5th place. Still got Tanel Leoc just behind him. Gregory Aranda in 7th. Xavier Bourg is 8th. 9th is de Dijker. 10th, Evgeny Bobryshev. 11th is Cedric Subaru with Sebastian Pourcel 12. Kevin Strybos 13. 14 Guarnieri. 15 Barragan. 16 Potazek. 17 Paul Land. 18th now Sean Simpson. Svoboda is 19th. And Jamie Law, the Steve Turner Racing KTM, the private team, down in 20th position. Nathan Parker, his teammate, down in 22nd place. August just behind in 23rd. Nico Koskela is in 24th place. Santu Tienen down in 25th as we go back to the head of the field. And Tanel Leoc just disappearing there in 6th place. The 30, the red number on his back. The Frenchman, Gregory Aranda. 2B Yamaha rider. Looking to pick up some decent points. He was 10th in Moto number 1. Sean Simpson running into more problems here, is he? That was on the first lap. The corner just after the finish line area, it had Aranda, so he was pretty well placed. Oh, who's that going down there? Couldn't quite see, but would have been nice to have zoomed in. Right, back up front, Red Bull KTM, Rockstar, Energy, Suzuki, World MX1. That's the battle. Number 12, Max Nagel, Clement de Sal. That gap now down to nothing. It was 1.8 as they came over the line, but you can see it's a little bit less than that. So, battle for the lead suddenly starting to get hotly contested here between the German and the Belgian. Christophe Pourcel, though, only about 2.5 seconds down. He's the fastest man on track at the moment with the fastest lap of the race. In fact, that was the rider that went down there just a moment ago. That's Svoboda again. Can't quite see the number on the back of the shirt. Anyway, de Sal got his head in gear. He's going after Nagel, who's in his first race back from injury in the World Championship anyway. Had a warmer last week in Germany at Geldorf. Finished second overall to Ken Roczen. Roczen riding a 450 KTM that weekend. Xavier Bourg, he's in 8th place at the moment, chasing down the number 30, the Yamaha rider here, Gregory Aranda. Ken de Dijker closing in as well, look. Number 9, Red Bull KTM, in 9th place. Evgeny Bobryshev just behind them in that bottom corner in 10th place. Tanel Leoc losing the toe on Rui Gonçalves, but nice cushion starting to build up between him and Gregory Aranda. With 27 minutes to go. There's Sebastian Porcel, number 11, digging it in 12th position, coming out of that first turn in the yellow. Simpson still down in 18th place. Jamie Law, though, hanging on to a point. As we look at Christophe Porcel. Vicino. Not sure what that means in Italian, but Tony Cairoli certainly getting a message there from his crew. Down on pit lane. Probably the best venue for pit lane, actually, this one, because they see both sides of the circuit. Certainly the people upstairs anyway. 4 riders starting to get close together. 5.6 seconds it was between Nagel in first and Tony Cairoli there in 4th place, and there's all 4 riders in the same shot. So suddenly, Porcel, he's going to look up and see Commander Sal coming towards him. Max Nagel, he's got the weight of expectation behind him, but as I said a moment ago, saw him and spoke to him after the first MX1 race. Looked very calm, he was relaxed, no pressure. Feeling pretty good, actually. Learned a lot in his absence from the Grand Prix, the World Championship. Spending a lot of time having surgery in rehab. Been down at the Red Bull Rehab Centre. He's had a psychologist down there, and he really is a different rider this weekend to what we've seen in the past in terms of his personality. So very, very relaxed. Sean Simpson now up into 17th on the Monster Energy Yamaha. He's got Jonathan Barragan on the NS Honda just ahead of him there. Number 7 in the red. Simpson looking to try and find a way past the Spaniard. Couldn't quite get it tight up the inside there, but looking to make a move here. Barragan will close the door. Very slippery coming out of here. A lot of square edge bumps as well as you crest the hill. Barragan doing his best to hold on to that 15th position, or 16th position it will be, because Gauthier Paulin's gone through. So too has Sean Simpson now. So Barragan doesn't want to play this weekend, it seems. Had a nightmare in the first race. Finished out of the points in 27th position. Didn't finish the moto, stalled the engine coming out of one of those off-cambered corners behind the pit lane area. But up on the pegs, look, no fight in the belly of the Spaniard, and Sean Simpson, it's too easy in the end. Here's Nagel, though. He's led every single one of the 5 laps so far that we've contested here. Commander Sal still trying to close down that gap. It was 1.9 at the end of lap 4, or end of lap 5. Christophe Porcel and Tony Cairoli in 3rd and 4th on the green Kawasaki and the orange KTM. Just keeping a nice watching brief over what's going on. Porcel just digs the front end and a little bit deep in that top right-hander. Cairoli, though, wants to win the Grand Prix, but he knows he's got time on his side. Just keep the guys just there ahead of him. Maybe the rest will take care of itself. Nice line from Max Nagel, right the way along the edge of the bank there. Missing a load of those bumps. This is his circuit, actually, just technical throttle control. Have to think it's not a balls out kind of racetrack. Max Nagel is a thinker. Tony Cairoli looking to find a way down the inside of Christophe Porcel, the battle for 3rd position. Maybe thinking about finding a way past the Frenchman sooner rather than later, Tony Cairoli. 50.8 lap times for the Sicilian. Tony Cairoli there, 2:22. Right, Max Nagel then, 1.3 seconds clear of Commander Sal, a 151.4 compared to the 150.8 of Commander Sal. So that gap coming down each lap, just a little bit here and a little bit there. Christophe Porcel, a 151.2, so slower than de Sal. Cairoli quicker, though, by 0.3. We said a moment ago, that gap, look at that now, 3.8 seconds. It was 5.1 or 5.6, wasn't it, a couple of laps ago? So Nagel, de Sal, Christophe Porcel and Tony Cairoli, that's your top 4 with 22 minutes to go, plus 2 laps. So we're in for a bit of a showdown here in the second MX1 race. You don't want to miss any of the action here in Loket. on board with Sean Simpson just a moment ago as he finds himself back onto the rear wheel of Gauthier Paulin, number 21, the factory Kawasaki rider. Struggling with the conditions here this weekend is the Frenchman there, number 21, middle rider in shot. He, in turn, getting caught behind Sebastian Pourcel, number 11, on the CP377 Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki. But look at this, 222 and 377. Christophe Pourcel and Tony Cairoli in that battle for third position. Cairoli looking to pull the pin here and go. He's up the inside of the Frenchman. Not going to go through there, though. Very, very tough conditions here this weekend. Oh, Cairoli, I thought he was just a little bit too wide there. Holds it nice and tight, looking for a new line all the time. Here's Cairoli as they head down that step down about 30 metres, that gap. Doesn't look it from here, but it's a long way down, and it's very, very steep as well. Of course, when they land, it's hard on the brakes to make that left-hander at the bottom of the hill. No room for runoff there either. Going to be a little bit of a game of chess now. Max Nagel, though, continues to lead this group of riders. He leads the race as well. Number 12. Oh, DeSalle! The back end came round on him there as he launched himself into that left-hander. Lost him a little bit of ground, and he would have fallen back into the clutches of the 377 of Christophe Pourcel. And lost a little bit of ground to number 12 here, Max Nagel. But he's straight back on the case. Is the Belgian, number 25, the Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1 rider. Bottom left-hander now, coming up the hill towards the Casino Bonvalier. The tabletop that joins the two parts of the circuit together. Temperature outside touching 25 degrees, no wind either. It's quite humid out there. So these guys pushing but trying to be composed at the same time. Rui Gonçalves about 6 seconds behind this group of riders. There in fifth in that opposite corner up the hill. Cairoli making a challenge on Christophe Pourcel. Goes around the outside, but goes a little bit too deep. Gets on the rear wheel. From one side of the track to the other, Cairoli. Is he going to run it round the outside and up the inside here? Tries to get on the power. That KTM struggling for traction as he comes out of that tricky right-hand turn. And Christophe Pourcel just going on about it. Business as usual for him. Unfazed by what's going on behind him. The noise of that 350 KTM of Tony Cairoli's. Takes a quick look over his shoulder there, though, as they drop down under the banner, the Invest Trade Bank step down. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you 4 leading riders in shot, separated by less than 4 seconds. 8 laps complete. We're about half distance here. Just under half distance. Kicker there. Horrible, horrible. As they go up just past that little green tough block on the left-hand side. What we're looking for here, Cairoli just getting on the gas and drifting it. Tell you what, nice idea though, nice and smooth. Tries it again there, look, a lap later. It's those little areas that Cairoli will start to claw back that gap. They're the kind of lines that we're used to seeing Christophe Pourcel using as well, quite effectively. Already out of that deep rut there, that line just moving another 6 inches or so to the left. Challenge for the lead here, though. Max Nagel coming under pressure from number 25, DeSalle. DeSalle goes through at the bottom of the hill. And Max Nagel, well, he's fought on heroically. He's led for almost 9 laps in the second race on the Red Bull Factory KTM. And Cairoli goes through as well. Cairoli up into third place as they drop into turn 2. So we've got DeSalle goes to first. Tony Cairoli goes to third. Max Nagel in second position. Looking at picking up some decent points again in the second race. Max Nagel, the question is, which position will he finish in? Will he finish overall on the podium? Will he get third again in the moto? Will he drop to fourth? Who knows? But Cairoli running it down the inside of Max Nagel. Tony Cairoli certainly going to be the fitter of the two guys here, you would think. Cairoli. Welcome back, Max Nagel. Taking the challenge to Tony Cairoli, the team leader at Red Bull Factory KTM Racing, but Nagel not there next year. Has everything to fight for, and he's going to fight tooth and nail. There's going to be no Jeremy Van Hoorbeek syndrome here, like we see in MX2. He's going to fight, and he's going to make his team leader work for it as well. And those air horns are going to be for Max Nagel. Look at that line there for Tony Cairoli. Nice at the inside. Needs to be easy on the throttle, though, going through there. Hard and slick, but smooth at the same time. And drifting from right to left to open himself up through that corner. Nice line there for Tony Cairoli, but got to find a way or he's got to find a way, sorry, to get past Max Nagel, number 12, as Clement de Sal starts to open up a lead. Last time around, it was Cairoli who was the fastest man on track with a 1:49.7. The first time we've seen that all moto. Aggressive down the hill for Tony Cairoli, looking to find a way through on Max Nagel, number 12. As I said a moment ago, not going to make it easy for Cairoli. Has no reason to either. Nagel's still using the outside. A lot smoother going in, a little bit quicker through there at the top of the hill. Cairoli very close to the tough block. Probably looked closer from here than it was at the time, but 10 laps gone. We are pretty much the halfway stage here. Clement de Sal, the Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1 rider, number 25, leads here with a 1.5 seconds in his back pocket. Max Nagel in second. Third is Tony Cairoli there, 2:22. The two Red Bull KTMs duking it out over that second position. In fourth place, the 377 CP 377 Kawasaki of Christophe Pourcel, and they are about 7 seconds clear of the Honda World Motocross rider Rui Gonçalves of Portugal, Tanel Leoc, Xavier Bou, Gregory Aranda, Ken de Dijker still in 9th place, and Kevin Strybos on the HM Plant KTM UK machine. Bob Rechef is 11th, Paulin is 12th. Cairoli again is going to utilise his inside here. Look, gets on the go. Just runs it a little bit too wide there. Hits all those horrible bumps. Loses ground that time to Max Nagel. Paulin is 12th. Subarath 13th. Guarneri 14th. Simpson now up in the 15th place. Barragan 16th. Martin Macek, the home rider, down in 17th. Milko Podolski. Jamie Law now 19th, ahead of his teammate Nathan Parker. Steve Turner will be doing backflips in the pit lane area. 19th and 20th for the two Brits down there on STR Racing KTM, the private team, probably the most private team other than Liber Racing in MX2. Tony Cairoli lining himself up again, look for a pass on Max Nagel. This the battle for second position. Nagel runs it a bit deep, makes a mistake, manages to rectify it though. But Tony Cairoli now looking a little bit desperate to find a way past and do something about Clement de Sal. Nagel, though, unfazed, keeps to his line. Cowbells and all sorts going mad for Max Nagel. A lot of support here this weekend in his first race back in World Championship competition. The kid has had to work so hard in getting back to fitness and just getting himself back onto a motorcycle. But he's got Tony Cairoli prepared to run it down on the inside of him. Oh, pretty close, does run him wide. Takes a look over his shoulder to see if he's actually left his teammate up on two wheels, so no love lost there clearly between those two. In an interview, Max Nagel sort of saying that he's found it difficult coming into... found it difficult when the Cairoli entourage moved across from Yamaha to KTM in the last couple of seasons, because he'd gone from having an Austrian-German speaking contingent that he was working with, being the team leader. And suddenly the MX1 team being run, that's Cairoli going up the inside a couple of laps ago, Pourcel. And obviously having Italians having to deal with him now. So Cairoli, look, ran it high, ran it hard, takes a quick look over his shoulder, goes, right, are you still up on two wheels? Okay, fair enough, no problem. Live to fight another lap, but look how close Christophe Pourcel is in the background. Tony Cairoli, then we've got two battles going on here. The battle for the lead between the yellow Suzuki, Clement de Sal, in second place in the championship at the moment, and Tony Cairoli, our current championship leader, who's going after his 50th Grand Prix victory. And he's managed to close that gap down from 2.5 seconds the previous lap to right on the rear wheel of the Suzuki of Clement de Sal. Max Nagel in the background in third place, already losing ground, but he's got Christophe Pourcel to deal with. Nice turn there from Commander Sal. Good momentum, good corner speed. A little bit wider than Tony Cairoli, though. But still, our top 4 guys separated by 3.6 seconds. Tony Cairoli, a couple of opportunities up his sleeve in which to do something about Commander Sal. One of them up in that top right corner, the other side of the Monster Energy jump. The second one, the tabletop at the bottom of the hill, where they'll get to in a moment after the double-double combination. That smooth line up the inside, may even find a way through here at some point. And then I guess maybe a third or a fourth opportunity, depending which way you look at it, at the end of the straight going into turn 2, where he just found a way past Christophe Pourcel a moment ago. Might take a mistake from Commander Sal, though. 2 riders having to dig pretty deep at the moment. Pourcel now into 3rd place, having found a way past Max Nagel, who got pitched out of the seat there on the way up the hill. Result in race 1 was Tony Cairoli, Christophe Pourcel, Max Nagel and Commander Sal. Different order, same riders in moto number 2 here with 10 to go. Tony Cairoli just under 11 minutes plus 2 to go. Again, having another look up the inside of Commander Sal. This might be a passing area for him a little bit later on in the race, if he gets a chance. Or at the end of the straight here, Tony Cairoli off the back of the bike, goes through to the lead. Oh, it's close. And Cairoli does go through. De Salvo will fight back. Or will he? Got to try and figure out a way now to get back around the KTM of Tony Cairoli. So great bit of riding there from Tony Cairoli, the Red Bull KTM factory rider. He ran it down the inside. That looks like where he was trying to line up Max Nagel on a couple of occasions, but Tony Cairoli now back in the lead. Finds a way past Commander Sal. We're getting ready to go down to pit lane to talk to, I think, Sylvain Gabors, or maybe even Eric Gabors at Rockstar Energy Suzuki. Here we go.
Joining me in the pit lane, Eric Gabors. Commander Sal, he's got the race lead. I know he won't be probably quite so happy with that first race, but he's looking good at the moment.
Yeah, yesterday was not a good day for him. If you know Clement, he's not even happy with his 2nd place, so don't speak about yesterday. Today it's looking a lot better. This is what he's really looking for. We all work for a 1st place, and we hope he can achieve it in the 2nd heat.
And happy birthday for yesterday.
Oh, thank you. I'm up to the next 50 now.
Yeah, Eric Gabors had a bit of a party down here at the circuit yesterday. Everybody was invited. The 5-time world champion, the original Mr. 875, winning in 125, 250 and 500cc categories. Never won a Motocross of Nations, though. That was the only thing that was missing. But he will be in charge of the running of the Monster Energy Motocross of Nations at Lommel in Belgium at the end of September. And of course, on MX Live TV, we'll be looking at different packages for you there in which to enjoy that. So keep tuned, and we'll fill you in more of the details. Meanwhile, though, in 2 weeks' time, Matterley Basin, it's the last chance today to buy tickets for the British Grand Prix, to include a paddock pass. So make sure if you're going to go there, you do it now, because tomorrow that offer will cease to exist. So get yourselves to Matterley Basin, the Festival of Motocross, in 2 weeks' time, just outside of Winchester. Tony Cairoli, Commander Sal, Christophe Pourcel, Max Nagel, Ruben Salvas, and everybody else from MX2, MX3, the women, 65 European, 85 European, 125 and 250 European. We've got an amateur class as well. So we've got, what, 9 or 10 classes going out that weekend. A lot of action out on track. Pretty much starting from Thursday. A lot of dust being kicked up somewhere out on the circuit there just a moment ago, but for the amateurs that are going to be racing at Matterley Basin in 2 weeks' time, the first 3 will be getting a cash prize from Monster Energy, our sponsors, of course, and then, to know, Leo, hitting that ridge a little bit hard. The rest of the guys down to the top 10 will get tom-toms, and then, of course, these are amateurs as well, by the way. But the rest of the guys going to be up for some prizes, different prizes. Everybody will get something. A company called Stock Talk, so not sure what prices we're going to get from there, but anyway, Stock Talk. An eager fan there of Max Nagel on the hill, getting out there with the air horn. De Sal got a back marker between him and Christophe Pourcel. That'll be pleasing for him, but the back marker not doing any favours for Christoph Porcel, and it's the 215 of Kasper Lingard of Denmark, Sturm Racing Kawasaki rider, who now takes a look over his shoulder, sees Max Nagel coming through, moves out of the way eventually. So Christoph Porcel won't be too impressed with that, but look at that, it's managed to allow Max Nagel to close right back up on the rear wheel of the Kawasaki rider. Wants to go for a podium here this weekend, I would think. He's that close to it at the moment. Here's Max Nagel. If he keeps applying the pressure to Christoph Porcel, he might get his wish, because he's on he's on 4th place at the moment overall in the Grand Prix. Here's Max Nagel. Tony Cairoli, of course, will be a 2-time winner with 50 points. Then it'll be Christoph Porcel with 42. Commander Sal would be 3rd as it stays like this on 40, and then Max Nagel will go 4th in 38 points, but still 6 minutes plus 2 to go. Lap time's 150.8 at the moment for Tony Cairoli. He's almost 5 seconds clear of Commander Sal, who was 153.1, so a lot of time lost then on that lap for De Sal, the Belgian, on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1 machine. Christoph Porcel is 3rd, 4th is Nagel. Gonçalves, we just saw him go through in 5th. Tonel Leog is still 6th, a couple seconds down on the Portuguese. Xavier Borg is 7th. Dijker here, number 9 is in 8th place. 9th is Gregory Aranda on the Team 2B Yamaha. And we've got Bobashev, Honda World Motocross rider, as Claudio De Carli looks on. Still looking pretty relaxed. Strybos is 11th on the HM Plant KTM. 12th is Paulin, 13th Guinieri. Simpson now 14th on the Monster Energy Yamaha. LS Honda's Barragan is 15th. Cedric Suberat, the HDI Honda France rider, down in 16th, ahead of Martin Machek. Jamie Law now 18th. Nathan Parker 19th. So more points on the board for the 2 Brits ahead of Santu Tienen, the Ice One Racing Kawasaki rider. There's Tonel Leog, number 4 at the end of the straight. A couple seconds down on Rui Gonçalves. Still going to try to pick up 5th if he can in the closing stages, but it's been a pretty good Grand Prix for Rui Gonçalves, actually. Good qualifying yesterday, but lost a bit of ground in the first moto. Did Rui Gonçalves, started down in 16th, eventually got through to 11th, but so far so good. 5th in this second moto. Max Nagel using every bit of the racetrack and more in order to keep the 377 of Christoph Porcel in his sights, and that's Commander Sal just ahead of them. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th suddenly couldn't go any which way here in the remaining 4 minutes plus 2 laps. And Christoph Porcel going after Commander Sal. That's those two at the bottom end of the circuit there, battling over 2nd position. Here's Max Nagel just starting to lose the toe as Christoph Porcel starts to dig deep and go after the Belgian. Teammate here, number 9, Ken de Dijker, still in 8th place, going after Xavier Borg. 121, the factory Kawasaki, the leading factory Kawasaki rider in the second moto. Here's Bobby, Jenny Bobashev, in 10th place. Had a stone in the radiator yesterday in the qualifying race. Put him on the very outside of the grid, but didn't hamper him too much in moto number 1, although finished 9th. It's always in and around 9th and 10th position in that first race. There's Gregory Aranda, 2B Yamaha rider, currently in 9th place, Frenchman. What a nice style is Aranda. Just been unlucky recent years with the odd injury here and there, and career has been a little bit stop-start. Fine in the French Championship, but World Championship, where been looking to be a little bit more consistent. Maybe he could be, given the right opportunities and injury scenarios. Strybos, 22, not getting through the first double. Gauthier Paulin going through there, finding his way up into 11th place. Kevin Strybos just not getting the drive at the top of the hill, dropping down into the town of Loket. And look at that, Porcel's gone through on Commander Sal. So we've got to change for second position, even since they came over the line, because Clement Desal was 7.6 seconds, 3/10 quicker that time around, or clear of Christophe Pourcel. And since the finish line area, Pourcel has gone through and found himself into second place. So Cairoli now leads Christophe Pourcel. Clement Desal is third. That might be enough to put Max Nagel on the podium, although I think he still has to find a way past Desal. So Clement Desal then looks to really exert himself in this second moto. Christophe Pourcel has found his way onto the rear wheel and gone through. So with just, about 3 laps to go, Cairoli leads Christophe Pourcel now. Oh, Pourcel goes down. He throws it away. He loses the front end. Max Nagel's going to capitalise as well. And wow, just when you thought the race was just settling and starting to spread out a little bit, Cairoli just pulling clear of Christophe Pourcel, and Desal running out of ideas, and Max Nagel seemingly content to be there in fourth place with 3 laps to go. It all changes again. Christophe Pourcel just loses the front end going up through turn 1, and he goes from second to fourth just in the blink of an eye. So that'll change things again then. Max Nagel, well, he won't want to lose another third place finish here. Christophe Pourcel won't want to lose too many more points against Tony Cairoli, but he's going to have to really dig deep now, the Frenchman. 3.77 there on that green Kawasaki. So Cairoli then, 10 seconds clear. And look at that, that would be the overall prediction. Cairoli, Desal, Nagel. Where would Pourcel end up then? He would also, it would be a 3-way 40-point score, Desal, Nagel, Pourcel. And look at this, just losing the front end and the back end as well. And that's a blind summit there, so Desal actually did very well to react there. So as it stands at the moment, Tony Cairoli on 50 points. And then we've got Clement Desal, Max Nagel here, and Christophe Pourcel all tied second on 40 points. But it would go the way of the race at the moment, Desal, Nagel and Pourcel. So still everything to play for in the next 2.5 laps. So Max Nagel got a bit of a battle on here to keep Christophe Pourcel, the CP 377 Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki rider there on that green machine, back down there in fourth position. But with just over 2 laps to go, not going to be easy. And the Frenchman there, look, already getting the drive down, replicating the move that Tony Cairoli pulled a little earlier on Clement Desal. Nagel, though, just managing to hang on. 19 laps complete. And Christophe Pourcel looking like he wants to get back into that third position here. Bounces off the turn at the bottom of the hill, forces it up the inside. This time goes through, makes no mistake about it. So Christophe Pourcel then finds himself back in the third. He is about 4 seconds down on Clement Desal. So got left in the tank to go after Desal. Done it once already in the closing stages of the second race. Maybe he's happy just to be there in that third place, who knows, but look at that. Is that Gonçalves closing in? Yeah, Gonçalves closing in the background as well, look. So suddenly out of nowhere, Desal manages to pull a 3 or 4 second gap in that second position. Pourcel goes third, Nagel fourth, and he's in danger of being caught and passed by Rui Gonçalves, the Honda World Motocross rider, in fifth position. Tenel Leok going to go with them as well in sixth, so it could be a bit of a showdown here for Nagel as he looks to hold on to that fourth place finish in the remaining lap and a half. Oh, Clement Desal just getting hung up in that rut there, the front end not getting over those holes in that rut. Just pushing him over the handlebars just a little bit there, over the front of the bike at least. But look at Max Nagel as he comes up here in this corner. He's got Rui Gonçalves in the yellow of Tenel Leok. So Leok and Gonçalves all pushing on here for the third step of the podium, or the fourth place finish in this race, I should say, because Cairoli and Desal already looking to secure first and second. Nagel, though, you can't take anything away from him this weekend. It's been an absolute heroic performance. He's got one more lap in which just to hold on to 4th position. Rui Gonçalves there, 999, Honda World Motocross rider. And Tanel Leok, Suzuki, Rockstar Energy, MX1 rider. Number 4 just coming into view now. That's 4th, 5th and 6th right there. Could still go anyway. Ooh, I'll tell you what, that tough block getting destroyed each lap. Someone's going to go through there if we're not careful. Oh, Gonçalves runs a little bit too wide, looking for that traction. Back marker moves out of the way, but almost gets caught there with Rui Gonçalves. Might have been Michal Kochu. The Moldovan rider, 6'11". Jamie Law, 18th. Nathan Parker still down in 19th position as we focus on this battle here between Max Nagel, number 12, the Red Bull Factory KTM. They're in 4th position. The 999, the red and white Honda of Rui Gonçalves in 5th. Tanel Leok down in 6th position, losing the ground, so it's going to be a two-way battle then. Nagel and Gonçalves. That's these two here, battling over 4th place, half a lap to go. Rui Gonçalves gets better drive up on the left-hand side, but a higher takeoff point. Whoa, the back end working hard. Down through those ruts and those bumps as well. Runs it a little bit deep, looks for the traction in that right-hander at the bottom. He's got a handful of corners to go. A mistake there from Nagel. Meanwhile, Tony Cairoli, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, has got about 3 corners to go. He's going to be the overall Grand Prix winner here. And he's going to take a very, very significant step in his own challenge for the World Championship. But more importantly for him, another milestone for Tony Cairoli. It's going to be Grand Prix victory number 50. He ties Joel Robert, in the all-time win list of 50 Grand Prix victories. Clement de Sal comes home in 2nd, Pourcel 3rd, Nagel, did he hang on to 4th?
Tony, congratulations for winning the GP of the Czech Republic. How was that 2nd race?
Yeah, it was tough, you know. I didn't have such a good start, but then I managed to pass and to win this moto. So I'm pretty happy about it. And yeah, nothing to say. I'm happy to win 50 GP now.
We'll see you on the podium in just a second.
All in the day's work for Tony Cairoli then. Looks like he's barely broken a sweat. Wondered who it was that ran up alongside him there, but anyway, Cairoli. Takes his 2nd moto win of the weekend here, wins the Casino Bomba Grand Prix of the Czech Republic here in Loket, and of course, milestone number 50. 50 Grand Prix victories to Tony Cairoli, ties with Joel Robert, the big Belgian legend of 6 world titles, and it's Cairoli's day here in Loket. No major celebrations for Cairoli, though, as he comes over the line. He was perfectly aware, though, that he'd wrapped up that milestone, that 50 Grand Prix victories. Still 7 away from Joel Smetso, the other Belgian. And there's one more Belgian ahead of him, Stefan Everts, on 101. Trophies there for MX1 guys. In a moment we'll give you the rundown, of course, how this MX1 race finished in terms of results.
Podívejte se na ty nejlepší 3 závodníky, ještě vám řeknu takovou perličku, kdy mě Martin Michek řekl, že Tonda Antonín Cairoli má nový chrup, nové zuby, takže běžte se podívat, docela prý mu to sluší, na nejlepší 3 závodníky, kteří budou teďka vyhlášeni. Je jasné, že vítězem se stal Antonio Cairoli z Itálie, upevnil si své vedení v mistrovství světa kubatury MX1.
So Tony Cairoli then wins moto number 2 here from Clement de Sal, Christophe Pourcel, Max Nagel and Rui Gonçalves. Nagel having a great weekend this weekend. Tanel Leok 6, Xavier Bourg 7 and Ken Edika 8. Randa was 9th, Bobryshev 10th, with Portland, Strybos, Guarnieri, Simpson, Subarat, Barragan, Martin Micek, Jamie Law and Nathan Parker, both STR KTMs in the points in this 2nd race. And Santu Tienen down in 20th.
špatné, ale já vím, pro Martina je důležitý výsledek MX3. No a v mistrovství světa dál povede Antonio Cairoli, dál bude druhý Klement Pisal, dál bude třetí Kristof Pursel, dál bude čtvrtý Gauthier Polin a dál bude pátý MD Dieker.
Overall in the Grand Prix, Tony Cairoli, look at that, 50 points, 50th Grand Prix victory. Pourcel second, DeSalle third, Nagel just missing out in fourth. Xavier Bourg, Kendall-Dyker, Gonçalves and Paul Antonelli up and Gregory Aranda. Points on the board for Bobryshev and Simpson. Guarneri, Strybos, Subarat and Machek all having mixed weekends this weekend. Look at that, 20th and 21st, 3 points apiece for Jamie Law and Nez Parker. And Tony Cairoli in the World Championship extends his lead over Clement DeSalle. Christophe Pourcel just losing a little bit of ground there to Clement DeSalle, but Tony Cairoli, the man in control at the moment. What's that, 30 points? Now that gap, it was 20 before we came here at the start of the weekend. Didn't quite see the numbers there. What a Grand Prix we've had this weekend, the Casino Bomba Grand Prix of the Czech Republic here in Loket. 12th round of the FIM MX1 MX2 Motocross World Championship. Of course, it was round 4 of the European UEM as well, 250. A lot of action out on the track, but nowhere near as much action as we're going to get at Matchley Basin in 2 weeks' time. Round 13 of the World Championship. Get yourselves down there, book yourself a ticket. Last chance to buy tickets and get yourself a free paddock pass this weekend. So go to motocrossmx1.com or find out where you can get that information from. Sure, there'll be information out on there somewhere, but our Fox girls down there doing a great job this weekend. But Tony Cairoli, we know, is leading the championship. We know he's won the Grand Prix, but in terms of manufacturers, KTM starting to pull clear again of Kawasaki. Suzuki losing ground in third, with Honda, Yamaha and TM rounding out the top 6.
Na třetím místě se umístil Clement DeSalle na stroji Suzuki.
So third overall then this weekend here at the Casino Bomba Grand Prix of the Czech Republic in Loket. Rockstar Energy, Suzuki World MX1s, Clement DeSalle of Belgium. Had to work hard in that second moto, as did all the MX1 guys. Warm temperatures here in this second race. Not much of a wind, but there you go. Second overall, Christophe Pourcel, CP377, Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, as he takes second overall. But Tony Cairoli, look at that, maybe even got a special T-shirt. Look at that. Grand Prix victories, 50 for him. Been a good place to him in the past. Says it doesn't really favour his style of riding, but got the job done here today. 2 wins, 50 points, 50 Grand Prix victories, and Claudio De Carli has been there every step of the way. From the days when they were Yamaha, to Red Bull De Carli Yamaha Racing, to now Red Bull KTM Factory Racing.
Cenu za druhé místo předá Zdeněk Bednář, starosta města Loket.
Clement DeSalle takes his third place trophy. There's second place for Christophe Pourcel.
A cenu pro vítěze předá František Kastl za Sokolovskou uhelnou.
Tony Cairoli, 50-time Grand Prix winner, takes his winner's trophy from František Kastl.
Cenu manažerovi vítězného týmu předá Pavla Běličková z AMK Loket.
Pavla Belikova from the motorcycle club here at Loket, and Claudio De Carli on behalf of KTM, their winner's trophy. Here's Dr. Wolfgang Schrub with the red plate. Tony Cairoli still continues to lead the World Championship. as we go to round 13 in Great Britain at Matterley Basin in 2 weeks' time, just outside of Winchester. But Tony Cairoli, 50 Grand Prix. Something else here for him. Special plaque from Youthstream and the FIM to celebrate and to commemorate that 50th Grand Prix victory. Once again, handed to him by Dr. Wolfgang Strub, the director of the Motocross Commission at the FIM. Great day here for Tony Cairoli. And the fans here in Loket witnessing a little bit of history here, another milestone in the career of Tony Cairoli. KTM once again winners this weekend. National anthem for Austria.
And now, champagne wine.
Tony Cairoli then, on a glorious day here in the Czech Republic at the Casino Bomba Grand Prix here in Loket. Wins his 50th Grand Prix. He does it in a perfect fashion as well. 50 points, 2 race wins, and he moves 30 points clear in his quest for a 6th World Championship title. Cairoli wins from Christophe Pourcel and Clément de Sales. Here's how he did it in race 2. The gate dropped for MX1 race 2. Christophe Pourcel at the inside again. Not a great start, but he positioned himself perfectly well to come out there. Sales led initially with, well, it was actually a whole shot from Max Nagel. And eventually he fell into the clutches of Clément de Sales with Tony Cairoli moving through in third on Christophe Pourcel. Then Cairoli ran it up the inside of his teammate and moved into second position before Cairoli then found his way past the Belgian Clément de Sales. They almost banged bars and touched wheels as the Italian went through. Pourcel then got into second position, having just found a way past Clément de Sales, but then he went back down to fourth as he lost the front end through turn 1. Nagel went through back into third. But with a couple of laps remaining, Christophe Pourcel eventually got back onto the rear wheel of the Red Bull KTM, moved himself back into third position, put Max Nagel down into fourth, and Nagel would finish there in the race and fourth overall in his return to Grand Prix racing. But it was all about Tony Cairoli as he took the second moto win, the overall Grand Prix, and victory number 50 in his career. And we're getting ready to go down to the winners area to speak to Tony Cairoli. Here he is with Amy.
Tony, congratulations, and this week it's an extra special GP victory.
Yeah, for sure I'm really happy about it. It's my 50th GP win, 50. So I'm really happy. You know, it's you never expect when you're a kid to be so far with winning GPs, and yeah, it's dedicated to my mom because for sure I'm sure she will be here, but I'm sure she's here somewhere, and I give it to her, and she always supported me on every races, and so this 50th GP win is for her, and hopefully we can go on as fast as possible.
Well done.
Grande Tony.
Tony Cairoli then certainly found it easier to take those 50 Grand Prix wins than he did trying to say it, but yeah, great mark of respect there to his mum. Very supportive and instrumental in his career up until the end of last year when she sadly passed away. But Tony Cairoli doing his mum proud here this weekend, wrapping up the 50th Grand Prix victory here in Loket. So Tony Cairoli then marches on towards what looks like it could be a 6th World Championship. Still got plenty of racing to go. Great Britain, the Netherlands, Germany and Italy.
Christoph, congratulations on that 2nd place. That crash at the end almost threw you off the podium.
Yeah, that was close. That was, like I said, the first motor was really slippery and second motor was the same. So we had a good motor. We were 4 riders and it was good. And then Antonio passed us. And it was really close to get the win for this motor. But, you know, I'm going to walk out for 2 weeks with the team and try to get a win before the end of the season.
Thank you, Christoph.
Christoph Porcel, 2nd overall this weekend. 3-time race winner so far this season, but those victories coming in Bulgaria round 2, Italy round 3, and Brazil round 4. Been 2nd a few times since then, but he would love to get an overall Grand Prix victory again. Of course, the overall victories coming in Italy and in Brazil, so overdue an overall victory before the end of the season. He so wanted to do it this weekend, but Tony Cairoli just that little bit stronger than him, and of course that mistake in the end didn't help things either, but by then Cairoli had pretty much already wrapped it up. But he'll look forward to going to Matchley Basin, one of his favourite circuits, in 2 weeks' time. Here's Clement de Sal.
Well done, Clement. A super close 2nd race. The top 4, I think, were like 3 seconds separating you all.
Yeah, it was really close and the track was really tough. It's not so easy, but yeah, Tony was again really strong, and yeah, I had a good start. It's good about that, because I'm searching about this good start. And yeah, after I was leading, then like you said, we were already close all together, and after Tony was 2nd and he passed me, and yeah, I tried to follow, but it was not so easy. And yeah, again, like I said at the time, I don't want to have a big crash or something. I just ride the best I can and with a good speed, but try to don't crash. That's the most important.
Well done. We'll see you for the GP of Britain.
So a little bit dejected there, Clement de Sal, but hey, he's still got 8 races in which to turn things around himself, but had to fight hard for that 3rd overall this weekend, but you can't take anything away from Tony Cairoli. 50 wins now for the Sicilian, the great Tony Cairoli, on par with the 6-time world champion, Joel Robert, and well, he's still got a few races to go. Not going to reach the 57 of Joel Smets, but he can go some way over the next few races. That's it for all the action here at Loket, the Casino Bonva Grand Prix of the Czech Republic. My name's Paul Manning. Thanks for watching. Of course, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time when we go to Matchley Basin round 13. It's the Motocross Festival there. We've got all kinds of stuff going on that weekend. 9 classes of action-filled racing to bring you. But Tony Cairoli and all of Red Bull KTM down there on the podium for that historic image. Tony Cairoli wrapping up his 50th Grand Prix victory. And look at that, the guy to his right in the Red Bull cap, Stefan Everts. The guy just 2 places ahead of him with 101 Grand Prix victories. So we'll leave you from Loket now. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. My name's Paul Malin. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in Great Britain. See you then. Bye for now.